sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Las Vegas Raiders. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eluding the pressure right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they start the tight end on the left side of the formation and send him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Jones throwing on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Harris to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only a scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Carr. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Carr.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Patriots.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort, I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Patriots 27, Raiders 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Harris to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And shedding through the tackle.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jones.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A good effort to spin free from that first wave, but they still hit him behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and 7, Jones.
Pass to Henry is intercepted.
Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Now Carr. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a play fake. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Duggar, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Patriots get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happened.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run again with Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's brought in by Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. It's just going to take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Airing it out deep for Woods. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That
touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
What with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for New England, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.